At midlife, people have gone through 20, 30 years of being in ministry, in church, all right, being a Christian, and they've seen all sorts. And sometimes you feel like, I've seen it all. There's nothing else to grow into, or I've read it all. I've been to all the programs. I've seen all that you can see in ministry. And it can make you lethargic. It can make you, have a complacent view to spirituality. That question of what do you do to then revitalize yourself at midlife comes from first understanding that there's so much in God. There's so much more you can explore. Think about the vastness of the universe. Think about the vastness of nature. How much do you know about all that God has created? The constellations. Think about all that, and you will see that there's so much more that you can learn. The fact that you were disillusioned by the politics in church, the power tussles, the routinization and culturalization of church, the total individualism of the church ministry, rather than having it as an institution, or betrayal, or loss, or unanswered questions, or even unanswered prayers, does not suggest that God is not real, or does not suggest that there's not so much more you can learn. If you begin a new quest in the Bible for yourself, and you begin to read it with a new mindset, not with the accolades of you being in ministry, or the role of you just being a child of God, somebody who wants to know more, who wants to adventure into the dimensions, opening into new portals, then you will read the stories and scriptures differently. And you will see that the answers you don't have is more about your not having the revelation about that issue, rather than that God is all finished in Genesis to Revelation. There's so much more you can develop in your personal relationship with God, away from ministry or away from church, just connected in worship, opening new portals, just connected in study, just connected in the dimensions of God. That's why David saw so much that he needed to express the depth he had seen, and he wrote it in the Psalms. And John saw so much that he became the revelator, that he saw so much in the Spirit that he began to write it. You can be the next writer of the epistles that other generations will read because of the content. So don't allow the past to end it. This is the time to continue the acts of the apostles, and you being one of them, to write of the testimonies. If you read the book of Hebrews, it says in a chapter that talks about the heroes of faith. They were ordinary people who wrought unimaginable victories. You can be one of them. So when we're reading about you, or when the generations to come are reading about you, they read about your passions of faith, the exploits that you went and did, how you wrought miracles, how you used, maybe you not lions and tigers this time, maybe you used technology to create such miracles and events that changed the body of Christ. So that's the way I see it. That at midlife, you can truly, truly go into new depths of God. Deep, call it unto deep.